Now we're live, yes. We're live. Last minute settings. Oh, terrible. Terrible. I got there at the end though, folks. Don't you worry. Let's go Australia versus France. Let's wait for kickoff. It got made private because I wasn't actually sure if we were going to be doing it. And we're off. We're underway. As I set up immediately. I've had like 2 seconds to set up. The reason it got made private is because we were going long talking about the Ronaldo news. So I wasn't sure what was going to be going on here, and I've got all of the greenness. It's a disgrace. It's cheat. But we're off. We're underway. I haven't got the right headphones in. Oh my goodness! But the timer's right. That's the most important thing. Let's go. But it's France, Australia here, and obviously the current defending world champions. Hopefully my TV will connect and we'll play. There we go. Here's Mbappe. Puts the ball in, headed away. What is that? That's down here. Yeah. There you go. But let's get the team news up as well. Where's that? Just take that away. There you go. Look at this. It's like it never happened. Flick on. Oof. Headed away. But 1 minute gone. France 0. Australia 0. As I get things up and running. There you can go. I can get your comments up as well. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Again, this was like a last minute deal. So as everyone begins to file in, let me get the team news up as well. Shot by, I think that was McGree, did they say? So the lineups are as follows. For France, you've got Huglery, Benjamin Pavard, Konate, Upamecano, Hernandez, Tchouaméni and Rabiot start at midfield. The front four is Ousmane Dembele, Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappe and Olivier Giroud. For Australia, you've got Ryan, Biche, Rouse, Sutzler, Atkinson, Aaron Moy. Then you've got Goodwin, Irvine, McCree, Leckie and Duke. So there you go. If you are just joining us as well, the news of Cristiano Ronaldo, his departure is now official. He's been mutually terminated from Manchester United. Gonna sneeze. Bless me. Here's Atkinson, Aaron Moy. I wonder if we're going to get another upset. Ball into the box, cleared away. But how is everyone feeling still from that Ronaldo news? I mean, still kind of fallout from the Ronaldo news from Manchester United there. If you are just joining us as well, we just did a stream, so you can check that out. England victorious. There you go. Let's see what the chat's saying. Brogba says, let's go Australia. Tom says, Owen, why your arms so massive? Genetics. Yeah. Genetics and a terrible diet. Here's Kylian Mbappe. Bit of skill. Mbappe skips past the defender. Mbappe running into the box. Cleared by Australia. Digital Zosa says thanks. I appreciate you all joining. D says, Owen, you not got anyone to join you for the watch along? Is there solos? King the Indie says, I can't believe Owen tried to abandon us. Never. The only reason it got made private, as I mentioned, was because I knew that I was meant to be going live at 2:45. I was meant to be going live at 6:45 local time over here in the UK, and I saw we were going past that, so I wasn't sure how long we were going to be going for. So I just sort of, it was made private whilst we sort of figured the rest of that out. But we're here with you. I'm here with you, as promised. You know me. We're going to be covering all of the big nations. Covering all of the big nations, all of these big stories of the World Cup. To be honest, I had a real good time this morning doing the Argentina-Saudi Arabia match view. It was real. I really enjoyed that game. And here we are with another one. Australia have the ball in the middle of the pitch. Aaron Moy. No Tom Rogic in the Australia squad, which is surprising. Lucas Chan says, which games are you going to do tomorrow? Well, there are some big games on tomorrow, actually. Let's double check this. And you know me in these solo individual streams, by the way, guys. Get your comments in, get your super chats in. We can have some nice in-depth discussions. So tomorrow, Germany are playing. I'll probably do that one. Spain, Belgium, I'll probably do those. Probably won't do Morocco in the morning, but we'll do Germany, Spain, and Belgium, most likely. Again, it's kind of ad hoc. Adrien Rabiot on the pitch, of course, linked to Manchester United last summer. Remember to share the stream. Let's get lots of people in. I mean, I'm not sure if the atmosphere is going to be as good as the Saudi Arabia game earlier today. That was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? That was amazing. Be sure to smash a like on the like button as well, guys. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As here comes Australia. Ball over the top. And it's stilled with by Upper Makana, I believe that is. It is indeed. Long ball over the top by Australia. Suter, it's a good touch. Goes past the France player. Ball into the box, back post. He should score. He does score. Oh my goodness. Australia are 1-0 up. Australia have scored. The upsets are going to continue because Australia have scored in the opening 10 minutes. The world champions are 1-0 down. They're complaining for a foul. I think it's Lucas Hernandez is complaining, but oh my goodness. Oh my. 8 minutes in and the Kangaroos, the Socceroos are on fire. They're hopping their way to a 1-0 upset victory, possibly in Qatar. Wow. Wow. Incredible stuff. Look at this. It's a great crossfield pass. It's a great ball by Suter. First touch. Goes past the player. It's not a foul. Puts the ball into the box. And he just puts it into the roof of the net. And oh my, we've got a game on our hands. It's 1-0 to Australia. The world champions. Is the curse real? Mina spoke about the curse this morning. And Australia are 1-0 up. Into the roof of the net. We have a game. We have a game on our hands. Wow. Let's take it there. I come from a land down under. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. It's 1-0. Craig Goodwin in the 9th minute has put Australia 1-0 up against the world champions. Lucas Hernandez looks like he's dealing with an injury now as well. And down under. Oh, it's a song. Men at work. Men at work, and certainly Australia are. 1-0. Didier Deschamps doesn't know what to do with himself. The shocks seemingly could continue here at the World Cup. Playing. As again, it wasn't a foul. Immediately, that was my fault. It's not a foul. But my goodness. Can you believe it? 1-0 to Australia. And again, Hernandez is limping off the pitch. I mean, he looks to be in serious pain, so his World Cup might be over already. And that's just more problems for our France side that's been decimated by injuries, it must be said. But 1-0 to Australia. And, again, I think it's going to be his brother, Teo Hernandez, is going to be coming on instead. But is the curse real? The curse might very much be real. Here comes Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe. Ball into the box. Keeper had it, but it's been headed behind by Australia. And the important thing now is that Australia have something to hang on to. So Lucas Hernandez is off. I think Teo Hernandez is going to be coming on. It's Teo Hernandez replaces his brother. Ball in, headed away. Volleyed back into the box. I mean, upsets. We may just have a World Cup on our hand, folks. Ball in. Rabiot tries to head it on. Matt Ryan collects. Something to hang on to. I enjoyed the stream earlier on when it was a bit like this. This has happened much earlier on in the game, so I don't know if we're going to get all the way with Australia being 1-0 up. But wow. Throw by Ryan. Jackson Irvine. Up against Griezmann. Mbappe. I gotta try and do my best French accent during this. Kylian Mbappe. Olivier Giroud. Chomini. Didier Deschamps. Au bord de la mer. By the sea. Griezmann. Ball over the top. Here comes Hernandez. Ball into the box. Moy clears it. But Moy, now, I mean, Australia were playing like a four formation they playing? A 4-1-4-1 formation. So that's basically now going to become a 4-5-1. They're going to really try and get everyone behind the ball. It's just a case of can they do that for the entirety of the remainder of the game. Chris Day says, Mange tu, Rodney Vaz. Mange tu. On the chaise longue. Is Mbappe. Mbappe, ball into the box. He was looking for Griezmann. He actually dummied it, and it was cleared by the Australian defender. But here's Rabiot. Of course, he was a mother away from joining Manchester United in the summer. Sloppy from Rabiot. Here's Aaron Moy. Lecky. Referee blows for a foul. But we're about over 15 minutes gone. France 0, Australia 1. Another huge shock possibly on the cards here. Lloris gives it to Upper Meccano. Long ball goes straight to the Australian goalkeeper. And the question now will be when it comes to time wasting and time added on, we might get a significant amount scoring this early. You have to be a few dark arts techniques. Here's Bajic. Fouled by Rabiot. It's a free kick to Australia. It's a clear foul as well by Rabiot. It's Chouameni. I've got to get the pronunciations right. Chouameni. Free ball. Mbappe. That's a nice flick, that. Theo Hernandez. It's a good tackle by the Australian defender. Cuts back, though. Aaron Moy. Nobody in the box. And Moy can now travel. Switch. Out to... That's Goodwin. Is Rabiot once again. Griezmann. Be sure to smash a like on the video, guys, as well. Be sure to subscribe. Feed the algorithm, as they say. Dembele. Ooh, Mbappe does look dangerous. Here's Dembele once again. Dembele. Still trying to jink his way through. Australia do just about enough. Start a poll. Who wins this match? France. Australia. Did I spell that right? Australia. There you go. Chouameni. Mbappe. Benjamin Pavard. Dembele. Cuts inside. Chouameni. Is it a foul? He's not saying it's foul. He's saying it's a throw-in. He's saying Jackson Irvine got the ball. Let's have another look here. See if he did indeed get the ball. He does. He does get the ball. It's a good tackle. Now, what Australia need to do now is just keep this game in segments. Can we get to, 30 minutes? Can we get to half time? Nearly 20 minutes gone. Australia 1, France 0. We've already had one major upset. It's one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history today, as Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina 2-1. This would be right up there. It really would. Australia win the ball back. Here's Ryan. Goes long up the pitch. Here come Goodwin. Ball into the box. Headed away though this time. And now it's a throw into France. Griezmann. He went for a pass. Actually, Rabiot got blocked by the referee, seemingly. Here come Australia again. Irvin went for a long ball. Didn't work out. Sloppy again. Takes a shot. Oh, that was not far away from Mitchell Duke. My, oh my. That was closer than it looked. Wow. Look at this. You can see it. You can see it in his eyes. He thinks it's close. It just comes out to him. He's like 25 yards out, smashes it, and he's just wide. Look at this. Connects it really well, and it's always swerving away from the post. It's not far. It's not far away. There's Ryan though. Here come Australia once again. I tell you what, they're getting forward. They get forward in numbers, certainly. Goodwin, the goal scorer. Here comes Moy. Ball over the top. It might be. Is he onside? He is onside. It's a foul, though. Here comes France once again. Nearly 23 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to Australia. Could be another massive shock. Pavard. Kanate puts it out to Hernandez. Kylian Mbappe. Skips past the Australian player. Oh, they've defended it really well. So 2 versus 1, and they've done them really, really well. Atkinson deals with it. Goes long up the pitch. There's nobody there, though. Gives the ball away. It's going to be a long game there. That's what it's going to be. Mbappe literally running down that line a lot. Crossfield pass. And that will go out for an Australian throw-in. I bet Australia can't believe it. They can't believe they're 1-0 up against the world champions. Craig Goodwin, 9 minutes in. Put his name into the history book, certainly. I mean, and I could be jinxing something massively here, but I haven't been totally impressed by France either. Moy attempts the long ball, seeks Goodwin, headed away by Pavard. Tchouameni to Griezmann. Here's Rabiot. Forward pass. Oh, Mbappe skips away from him. But it's good defending once again by Australia. It's Suter. Manages to tackle him. Suter's played quite well so far, I think, as well. Here's Hernandez. Dembele. Down the right-hand side. Defended quite well once again by Australia. Clears it. So far, I mean, there's still plenty of time to go. I mean, now that we're getting to the point where these matches are lasting 100 plus minutes, you're talking about 75 minutes to go. So a long time to go. But so far, Australia defending resolutely. I mean, France haven't threatened too much. Griezmann. And it's a corner to France. Ball in, headed away. MPS is 65 minutes. Well, in reality, I know 65 would take it to 90. But again, it's a header! It's 1-1. It's Rabiot. Adrien Rabiot, the player we were linked to in the summer, has equalised for France. A ball in the box. Last time in Russia, he refused to be on the standby list. This time, he's with the France squad. He's in Qatar, and he's equalised for France. It's France 1, Australia 1. And Australia's defence has been broken after 26 minutes after going shockingly 1-0 up. France seemingly have now woken up. It's a cross into the box from a corner, headed away. They don't get out fast enough. It's a second phase from a set piece. A ball into the box. Rabiot manages to run free of his marker. It's too easy. If you can see Rabiot, nobody's picking him up. Nobody's picking him up. It's really, really poor. You can't give a player, any player, that amount of space. But it's 1-1. We have a level game once again. The pressure is eased on the world champions. And Rabiot scores. Could have been United. I'm happy with the decisions that United made. But it's 1-1. We have a game on our hands. And now from an Australian perspective, it's make it to half time. Don't let it rattle you. First real attack by France as well. Short corner, Mbappe puts it in the box, headed away. Both teams have had one shot on target and one goal apiece. Here's Konate. Dembele. Is Aurélien Tchouameni. Griezmann gives it to Mbappe. Blocked. Another corner. And France certainly have upped the tempo a bit here. They're struggling to cope specifically with Mbappe. Griezmann's kind of on a free-floating role. You would now expect France to come back, I would think. Ball into the box. Here's Dembele. Sets it back just a little bit far past the player. Ball in! And it was a chance for Olivier Giroud. I think he might have been offside. He would have been given offside. For him, certainly it's a chance though, but again, I think he's offside. It would have been ruled out for VAR. But half an hour nearly gone, 1-1. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, folks. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. That's a really... It's a weird one with Giroud, isn't it? He gets a... Oh, Moy gets away with a slice there. He has a weird reputation, Giroud. Like people, I don't know if it's over here, like in the UK, some people don't rate him, but he scored a ton of goals. He's won trophies wherever he's been. You know, he won FA Cups at Arsenal. He won, was he already, did he win the Champions League at Chelsea? He won the Europa League at Chelsea. Won Serie A at AC Milan. Won Liga when he was at Montpellier. He's always a useful option to have, Olivier Giroud. And he knows his abilities. He knows what he's capable of. He knows how to play off players. And his technique has always been sensational. Here's Griezmann. Oof. They're saying the keeper should come for it. It does in the end. Just about. If you are just joining us this evening as well, the news that Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo have officially mutually agreed to terminate his contract. Ronaldo is gone. Here's Rabiot once again. Adrian Rabiot. Giroud. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 and they've turned it around almost immediately. The world champions are ahead after going 1-0 down. Goals from Adrian Rabiot and Olivier Giroud have turned things around for the world champions. Rabiot with a goal and an assist. Giroud with the goal. 2 goals in 5 minutes as Le Blues are now in cruise control. France beginning to purr, seemingly. It's been easy. Absolutely easy. Poor from Australia. According to reports from Sky, there's some breaking news that we're just getting in the last couple of minutes or so. The Glazer family are preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of Manchester United. That is coming in the last couple of minutes or so. So that is a developing story, certainly. Wow. That comes from Sky. That comes from Mark Kleinman from Sky. He's a Sky News editor. Honestly, it never ends in Manchester United, does it? It never ends. Oh my goodness. Investment bankers are being instructed by the Glazers to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale or strategic partnership with third parties. Wow. But a statement reportedly could come imminently. So this is a really, again, developing story. It's one where I'm literally just seeing this as I'm live here. But yeah, well, we'll keep an eye out for this because again, sorry if I went a bit quiet there. I'm just trying to sort of figure out the details of what's going on here. So again, whilst this game's going on, according to Mark Kleinman from Sky News, the Glazer family are preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of Manchester United. Investment bankers are being instructed by the Glazers to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale or strategic partnership with third parties. A statement confirming the Glazer family's intentions could come imminently. So, again, this is kind of a developing story as well. It's crazy what's going on this evening. First Cristiano Ronaldo, now the Glazers. This is nuts. This is crazy. Ball in. Blocked. Oh, and now over the bar from Giroud. It's all happening. It really is all happening. I don't know what's going on. Man. Never a dull day, certainly for Manchester United. No doubt about that. Never a dull day. But it's an Australia goal kick. There's a Mexican wave going on inside the stadium. Griezmann. I'm sure more information will come out regarding this, by the way, guys. So we'll keep an eye on this because obviously that is, forget Ronaldo. That's the biggest story ever. It really is the biggest story possible. But as of right now, it's France 2, Australia 1. But 38 minutes gone. Again, I'm still trying to find out more information about this. Situation with the Glazers, possibly. So this latest Glazer story, again, I'm just trying to sort of figure things out as I'm live here at the moment. But it says Manchester United Football Club could finally be sold by its American owners after a 17-year reign dominated by fan protests and declining on-pitch performance. Sky News can exclusively reveal that the Glazer family is preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of arguably the world's most famous club. Sources said on Tuesday that investment bankers were being instructed by Manchester United's owners to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale or strategic partnership with third parties. A statement confirming their intentions could come in imminently, one of them said. The announcement of a review of financial options that could include a sale process would signal an end of years of speculation over whether the Glazers might be persuaded to offload a club which for the past decade has experienced an almost mitigated footballing decline. The Old Trafford side has not won a Premier League title since 2013 and has sacked a succession of managers in the aftermath of the retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson. They then go on to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo's departure, and then talking about the sale of the club, the valuation of the club. But that is a crazy story. It's all going. It really is all going. My God. Well, this is the thing with all of this as well, is that, you know, we'd spoken about this when it came to investment from the Glazers previously, because now's the time because they have to invest in the club. You know, the stadium needs updating, the training ground needs updating. So because of that, they need to put their hand in their pocket, and they can't. They don't have the money. But can we just step back and see what's happened today? Seriously, what's happened today? We've had Australia beat Saudi Arabia, Cristiano Ronaldo has left Manchester United, and now the Glazers are going to sell the club, or going to possibly release a statement declaring their intention to sell. This is it's crazy. What is going on? Oh, all in a day, right? All in a day's work. Is Dembele. It's Dembele. Cuts back in. Mbappe. Oh, did I say Australia beat Saudi? Sorry, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. Apologies. It's been a long day. There's a lot going on. Apologies. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, and he did it again. It's too many A's. But it's nearly half-time in this game. I've pretty much missed the majority of the last 25 minutes. I've been just sort of, my jaw's been on the floor with this Glazer news. Be sure to smash a like on the like button as well. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. But man, man, here's Griezmann. Let's see if there's any more news on this. Again, this is the positive, that when you are live, you can kind of react to these things. Manchester United are not commenting on reports the Glazers are looking to bring a new investment. That could include selling the club. That comes from Chris Wheeler and James Ducker from The Telegraph as well. I mean, they never tend to comment anyway, it must be said, whenever anything comes like this. But it comes from two sources now that the Glazers are refusing to comment on any matters. But this is just crazy. Anjay says, interesting, Liverpool is being sold as well. What does that mean for the Super League product? I think the Super League product was always dead. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a statement similar to FSG, whereby, you know, we're looking for outside investment. Here's Griezmann! Mbappe, what a miss! What a miss by Kylian Mbappe. He's laughing, but it's a shocking miss. Yeah, Griezmann puts the ball in. Mbappe, what a miss. It's all going off, isn't it? All going off today. Man. And here's us thinking that not a lot would go on with Manchester United during the World Cup, right? Nothing's going to really happen. It's up on Meccano. And goes out for a throw-in. Well, certainly there will be people lining up, you would think, to invest or purchase the club. Here's Moy. 6 minutes of injury time added on. Bajic. Ball into the box. Oh, it's a header. It's a header. He's hit the post. Oh, Australia hit the post. Jackson Irvine hits the post. Oh, that'd have been something. Jackson Irvine. It's a good header as well. Rises. Directs it the right way. Oh, hits the outside of the post. He's unlucky. Oof. Lloris was just staring. Lloris was staring at it. Here's Moy. Well, I mean, certainly there's chances for Australia. No doubt about that. Certainly chances. For those just joining, yes, I am aware of the Glazer news as well. We are covering it, don't worry. Be sure to smash a like on the like button as well. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. If you are just joining once again, this news when it comes to the ownership situation at Manchester United. Once again, this will be covered in depth, I believe, in another video or stream shortly. But it's been reported by Sky News that Manchester United Football Club could finally be sold by its American owners after a 17-year reign dominated by fan protest and declining on-pitch performance. Sky News can exclusively reveal that the Glazer family is preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of arguably the world's most famous club. Sources said on Tuesday that investment bankers were being instructed by Manchester United's owners to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale or strategic partnership with third parties. A statement confirming their intentions could come imminently, one of them said. The announcement of a review of financial options that could include a sale process would signal an end to years of speculation over whether the Glazers might be persuaded to offload a club which for the past decade has experienced an almost unmitigated football decline. As I mentioned, this will be covered in more depth. Hopefully, like I said, I think there will be a video about this shortly uploaded to the channel. I'll let you know once that has been done. But we are in the nearly 50th minute here in this game. It's France 2, Australia 1. It's a wasteful by Aaron Moy. But I mean, honestly, what a day. I'm kind of stunned by everything that's been going on at the moment. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Again, this is coming from Sky News as well. And that's halftime. The halftime whistle has blown in this game. In this game, it's France 2, Australia 1. But that's not the big story. That's not the big story at the moment, folks. The big story is the ownership situation. Not even the big story is Cristiano Ronaldo's departure from Manchester United. The big story at the moment is possibly the departure of the owners from Manchester United. The Glazers possibly could be on their way out. Breaking in the last 30 minutes or so, 25, 30 minutes or so, is a report from Sky News who are reporting that the Glazer family is preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investments that could include a full-blown auction of arguably the world's most famous football club. Sources said on Tuesday that investment bankers were being instructed by Manchester United's owners to advise on the process, which is likely to include a full or partial sale or strategic partnership with third parties. A statement confirming their intentions could come imminently, one of them said. The announcement of a review of financial options that could include a sale process would signal an end to years of speculation over whether the Glazers might be persuaded to offload a club which for the past decade has experienced an almost unmitigated footballing decline. The Old Trafford side has not won a Premier League title since 2013 and has sacked a succession of managers in the aftermath of the retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson. More recently, the club has become embroiled in a bitter legal fight with Cristiano Ronaldo, its best-known player, over an interview in which he questioned Manchester United's ambition and lambasted the Glazers' approach to owning it. On Tuesday, United announced that Mr. Ronaldo had left with, quote, immediate effect. It remains possible that the family, which took control of United in 2005 in a £790 million deal largely funded by debt, opt not to sell. A partial sale to new investors, with capital being raised to fund an overdue redevelopment of Old Trafford, is one potential outcome from the process. The Glazers have acknowledged the need for new infrastructure investment to transform the stadium into a genuinely world-class venue, while substantial funds are also required to enable the men's team to compete once again at the top of the European game. If United was sold outright, it would be the latest top-flight club to change hands after Roman Abramovich agreed a £2.5 billion sale of Chelsea to a consortium led by American businessman Todd Boehly earlier this year. United's valuation in a sale would inevitably exceed the roughly $2.15 billion market capitalization implied by its share price during Tuesday's trading session on the New York Stock Exchange. Reports in recent months have speculated that any transaction would need to value the club at anywhere between £5 billion and £9 billion to persuade the owners to sell. £9 billion, could you believe that? The Glazers listed a minority stake in the company in 2012, but retained overwhelming control through its dual-class share structure, which means they almost hold all the voting rights. For more than 18 months, the club has been promising to introduce a modestly sized supporter ownership scheme that would give fans shares with the same structure of voting rights as the Glazers. The initiative has, however, yet to be launched despite a pledge to have it operational by the start of the 2021-2022 season, which of course was last season. It was one of a number of commitments made by Joel Glazer, United's co-chairman, in the wake of the European Super League debacle in which the club played a pivotal role. Manchester United was just one of 6 Premier League teams to agree to join the project, which collapsed within hours of its official launch amid public and political acrimony. In May 2021, Red Devils fans forced the postponement of a home match against rivals Liverpool after protesting against the ESL and the Glazer family. Love United, hate Glazer has become a familiar refrain during their tenure, with the supporters critical of a perceived lack of investment in the club's infrastructure, while the owners have extracted hundreds of millions of pounds worth of dividends as a result of its continued commercial success. If a formal sale process is initiated, attention will turn to the identities of potential buyers. So Jim Ratcliffe, the Ineos billionaire who has supported United since childhood, said in August he was keen to buy the club, but has since suggested that English football's elite names are overvalued. Billionaires from around the world will be linked to bids, as will sovereign investors seeking to emulate the kinds of takeovers seen at Newcastle United, now owned by Saudi state-backed investors, and Paris Saint-Germain, which is Qatari-owned. There will also be speculation that the Red Knights, a consortium led by former United director and leading economics Lord O'Neill, could revive an attempt initiated in 2010 to take control of the club. Significantly, the prospect auction of Manchester United comes as Fenway Sports Group, the owner of Liverpool, also weighs selling all or part of the Anfield club. Simultaneous sale processes for two of English football's so-called Big Six, the others being Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur, would be unprecedented. One analyst said the timing suggested that some investors believed the value of top clubs could be approaching its peak, especially against a backdrop of tough global economic forecasts for the coming years. United's announcement is also likely to be made during a World Cup fueled by Gulf petrodollars, underlining the shifting financing of the global football industry. Manchester United declined to comment on Tuesday. So that's the full article that Sky News have reported there. Apologies, it's very, that was quite bitty there. You're going to have to indulge me, but certainly it's a massive story. It's a developing story. As of right now, there hasn't been any statement. As of right now, there hasn't been any report or comment, as I mentioned, from the Glazer family or from Manchester United. But certainly it is really a wild story that's ongoing. And as I mentioned, it's what a day. What a day is going on right now to be a Manchester United fan. First, the news about Cristiano Ronaldo's departure. In addition to that as well, you now have news that the Glazer family are exploring the possibility of selling Manchester United, ending their reign after 17 years as the custodians of this great club. And not a moment too soon, it must be said, certainly as well. It's a story that I'm sure will develop again once we get any of that confirmation, once we get a statement from Manchester United. Of course, we'll bring it to you here on the channel. I mean, I know this is a watch along for France versus Australia, but that's certainly secondary at this point. As I mentioned, when it comes to actual singular videos on this, I believe one is going to be uploaded very, very shortly. I'm still trying to just get some more information on this, see if there's any more details that are being released on social media as we speak, as we're live right now. As I mentioned, it's been reported by the Telegraph and the Daily Mail that Manchester United and the Glazer family have refused to comment on these reports right now, which isn't too surprising, it must be said. It's kind of par for the course when it comes to this kind of stuff. They don't tend to talk on this. I would assume as well, if there are any active negotiations to purchase the club or anything like that, one would assume that there's confidentiality agreements signed as well. So that's the thing you have to consider too. So this is a wild story. And to be honest, even if a statement does come tonight, I mean, logically, you would maybe suggest that a statement would have to come realistically before the New York Stock Exchange opens tomorrow, because they have to deal with the laws and regulations involving that. So when does the New York Stock Exchange open? And of course, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday, so it would have to be tomorrow as well. So the New York Stock Exchange is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a difference of 5 hours from over here in the UK. So that means it has to be done by 2:30. So we have to really hear an announcement roughly before 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. I guess if there is going to be some kind of announcement or statement from the Glazers, it would probably come, you would think, I mean, it's still technically open now, isn't it? So I mean, possibly 9 o'clock, this evening, possibly just after 9 o'clock once it's closed. So again, we'll have to wait and see by this as well. That's a crazy story to an already crazy day at Manchester United. Again, just to re-emphasize, there will be a singular video on this that is going to be uploaded shortly here on the channel as well. But if you like that news, be sure to smash a like on the like button. I mean, who doesn't like that news? Be sure to subscribe button right hand corner. Once again, I'm just trying to see if there is any more information. As I mentioned, Sky News are leading with this story. Sky Sports News, of course, the sister station of Sky News, are also reporting it, saying, according to Sky News, the Glazer family are exploring the possibility of selling Manchester United after their 17-year reign as owners. They're just providing the same details, as I mentioned, that their sister station is providing too. Of course, this does come on the back of the news that Cristiano Ronaldo has left Manchester United by mutual consent. His contract has been terminated by the club following his controversial comments in his bombshell interview with Piers Morgan earlier today. Once again, just to recover that, if you did miss that stream earlier on, it was Flex, KG, myself, Cam, Faz, and Paolo jumped into that one, giving our thoughts on Cristiano Ronaldo's departure from Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo, as I mentioned, left Manchester United by mutual agreement. He has not been paid a penny from the 16 million he was owed on the remainder of his contract. He's also released a statement saying, following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United and I love the fans. That will never ever change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. I wish the team every success for the remainder of the season. But even that now, arguably the most famous player in the world, the biggest player in the world, one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time, that's being overshadowed by this bombshell report that the Glazer family are preparing to formally announce its intention to examine potential sources of outside investment that could include a full-blown auction of Manchester United. Now, it must be said, my initial reaction to this is let's wait for the statement. My initial reaction to this would be let's wait and see what the Glazers or the club come out and say. It's already been a busy news day for them, and now we are kind of on the clock as to when they're going to release a statement, if they release one. As I mentioned, the New York Stock Exchange is still currently open, so I don't think they can release a statement right now. It might be a case of waiting until 9 p.m. GMT over here in the UK before they can release it, before the stock exchange closes, because there's rules about what they can and can't announce to, manipulate the stock price or anything like that. So certainly we might have to wait an hour or so before something is released about that. We have also heard rumors and rumblings about selling previously, so it's going to have to be a case of wait and see. But certainly, it's certainly interesting that this does come on the backdrop of other clubs such as Liverpool, FSG also declaring their intention to sell. And I think it's quite interesting what Sky News saying in their article there, where basically they say, there might be a general feeling amongst current owners of clubs that prices for football clubs is beginning to peak. And from the Glazers' point of view, they might think we can never make as much money selling Manchester United that we can right now. We can never make as much money selling the club as we could right now. I mean, that Sky News article was quoting United's worth at around £9 billion. That would be the most expensive transaction of a football club ever. And there's only a real select few, group of people that can pay that kind of money, whether it would be state funded or whether it would be a consortium offer similar to Todd Boehly when he bought, or his consortium purchased Chelsea earlier this year in the summer. So, again, the next step, I suppose, is to wait and see for the Glazers to make their intentions clear. There would no doubt be a long line, I think, of purchasers, even in this current economic climate, where obviously times are tough at the moment and things are incredibly expensive. Inflation's real, and a lot of people around the UK and the world, frankly, are struggling just to pay their heating bills. But we're talking about the elite here. We're talking about people that have billions upon billions upon billions, multi-billionaire people that would want to be purchasing, again, I know Manchester United haven't won a Premier League trophy in 10 years, but we're still talking about one of, if not the biggest club in the world. This is a ginormous asset for somebody to purchase, and there will be people out there willing to purchase it and willing to back it. There's a lot of money, and this was part of the problem when this was being covered earlier on this year in the summer, is that you're not just having to purchase the club, you're having to remove the debt, which is substantial. On top of that, you're going to have to invest into the infrastructure of Manchester United. You're going to have to invest into probably building a new stadium. There's not really any more redevelopment that can be done to that ground to bring it up to the level of other stadiums around the world, and even in the UK at this point. So that's a multi-million dollar, perhaps $1 billion project. You're also looking at the investment into the training ground, the investment into the squad. That alone is costing millions upon millions of pounds. So there's a lot to take on there, but it's still Manchester United. And as I mentioned, there will still be a litany of owners interested and looking for a purchase of Manchester United. So it certainly is really, really significant and a massive story that is ongoing here, and it's wild. It really is wild. As far as I know, people are saying potential purchasers or potential buyers. Obviously, Cabs here says to Jim Ratcliffe. So Jim Ratcliffe did come out publicly and said he would be interested in purchasing initially a minority stake or a full-blown takeover of Manchester United. However, a couple of weeks ago, he had that, it wasn't a press conference, it was at some event, it was an Ineos event, and he essentially ruled himself out, saying what he had said previously, the Glazers don't want to sell. Perhaps that all does change if the Glazers signal their intention to sell. That changes the conversation dramatically. As I mentioned, don't just think though Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the only person out there that's willing to buy, because he's not. There are plenty of other parties out there that are more than willing to put their hand in their pocket, because again, it had been rumoured, people from the Middle East, the UAE, they could be interested, because I think it was Emirates was being linked to purchasing Manchester United. There's also several other American consortiums possibly that will be linked to purchasing the club. So this is, again, a really significant story, a developing one, it must be said, and we're still trying to get all of the finer details out about this, and we'll have to wait and see what indeed is said from the club and what indeed is said from the Glazers themselves. But certainly it's an insane story. It's an insane day what is going on right now with Manchester United. Some people are saying Elon Musk. I think Elon's got his hands full with Twitter, it must be said. I think Elon just spent, what is it, $30 billion, $40 billion purchasing Twitter. I don't think I don't think he's going to be focused on purchasing football clubs. Even though he said he did support Manchester United as a child, I think that 44, there we go, 44 for Twitter, Alicia Phillips says. So he might have his hands full a little bit. I don't think he'll be going after Manchester United. That's one more mess that he probably doesn't need at the moment. And frankly, with the way he's running Twitter, that's quite concerning, to be honest. We're underway, by the way, if you're still interested in the second half of this France versus Australia game. It is back underway. As I mentioned, a full video discussing this Glazer ownership news is upcoming. And once that is live on the channel, I will let you know, of course. I'll keep you updated. Plus, if we get any extra news, I will keep you updated on that as well. But, oh, what a day. But be sure to smash a like on the like button. We're 5 likes away from 100. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right hand corner, if you haven't already. But what a crazy day. Again, I'm just trying to see if there's any more information that's coming out here. This comes from Kieran Maguire, who's from The Times, says that Manchester United's share price is up 17% following the announcement of a potential sale by the Glazers. It's already added almost $400 million to the club's market capitalization. And that's why these kind of articles get out. And that's why the Glazers and Manchester United can't officially make an announcement yet, because it could be seen as market manipulation. However, they can leak things, journalists can report things, which can then inflate the market. So that's kind of the situation. But certainly this is wild what is going on at the moment in Manchester United. It's a corner, though, to Australia. Corner ball, though, to Australia. Of course, Australia went 1-0 up. France managed to turn it around, 2-1. Just a confirmation on the team lineup as well. You've currently got for France, you've got Lloris, Pavard, Konate, Upamecano. It's not Lucas Hernandez, it's his brother, Teo Hernandez, who came on for his brother after picking up an injury during Australia's goal. Aurélien Tchouameni, Adrien Rabiot, who got the first goal for France. Ousmane Dembele, Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappe, and up front you have Olivier Giroud. For Australia, you have Ryan Beckish, Rouse, Suter, Atkinson, Moy, Goodwin, McGee, Irvin, Leckie, and Duke. Daniela says, I wonder if that's £9 million with the debt paid in full. That might be £9 billion, like you said, in everything. Stadium, training ground, debt, valuation of the club, market capitalization. That might be part of it too. As Andrzej says, 44 billion buying Twitter. Yeah, that might be a bit high. I can't believe that. I cannot believe it. Here's Hernandez. Cuts it back. Edge of the box. Arrives. Tchouameni arrives. Blocked. Good block there by Australia. Here's Hernandez. Ball into the box. Oh! Olivier Giroud with the scissor kick. That would have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. That would have been... We've seen him do it before as well. That would have been a goal fitting for the World Cup. Here's Hernandez. What an execution. What technique. Look at that. Eye on the ball. Into the ground. That would have been world class if it had got in. It really would. When was the last time I had a holiday? I hate holidays. I can't. Traveling's not for me. I mean, sometimes, break. If I have a break, I just stay at home. So an awkward pass by Lloris. Here's Moy. Irvin. Leckie. Advantage played. Then get an advantage, so it's a foul. Effie James says, you don't seem to travel. No, I'm not a big traveller. I'm really not. And Vince says, oh my God, at what? Because I don't like holidays. Yeah, it's never been my thing. I'm very much a creature comforts, you know. Yeah, no, there's nine Zangs versus Kiten. I'd never to see the sights. Here's Rabiot. Mbappe. Floated in, headed away. But still 2-1, 51 minutes. Tchouameni. Just in an update once again on the Glazer situation. I believe it's being reported by Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic that Manchester United are not commenting on the news of a potential sale by the Glazers. But it's a foul on Hernandez. Foul by Jackson Irvin. Free kick to France. Mbappe. Too high, doesn't even go straight out of play. Is London the furthest you've been from home, Owen? No, I've been abroad. I've been to the USA, been to Spain, been to Germany. Other countries I've been to. I've been to the east and west coast of America as well. I'm not as well travelled as say Flex. Maybe in the future. Switch by Australia. Is Moy. Moy once again. Forward pass. It's a foul. The French players aren't happy about that. It's a foul on Dembele. And it's a yellow card for Mitchell. Who's it for? Oof, it's nasty. It's Duke with the yellow card. Again, if we get any more information or any more statements regarding the Glazer situation, of course we'll mention it. There is a video coming up shortly on the channel too. For 55 minutes gone, France 2, Australia 1. Long ball goes out for a throw into Australia. And off comes Chuk, and I believe it's Cummings going to come on. But a substitution for Australia. Game's kind of flattened out a bit now that France are in front. Throw in for Australia. Here we go. And another one. I mean, it's interesting because I see a lot of people trying to suggest that maybe Ronaldo's comments sped up this process, but I really don't think so. I don't know if the comments by Ronaldo have necessarily sped up this situation with the Glazers. I think that was always their intention. It's always been in their intention, I think, since the summer, that they needed to invest and they needed to get outside investment in. The issue that they have is that the fans will not accept minority ownership. The fans will not accept outside ownership. The fans want complete regime change. That's it. And that's what's needed. Kanate. Here's Dembele. Ball in, headed away. Here's Rabiot. But Australia's still in this, just about. 57 minutes gone. Upamecano. Is Dembele. Oof. Is Teo Hernandez. The game sort of slowed down significantly now, must be said. Really has. SGP says, hey Owen, how you holding up, bro? You look a bit tired. I always look tired. That's the problem. I've constantly got bags under my eyes. It's always the way. I'm one of those people. I've got a very pale skin, always look tired. I look like a vampire. But certainly the energy's dropped out of this game quite significantly. As Mbappe flicks it to Rabiot. Rabiot, ball in. Oh, looking for Giroud. Mbappe, oof. Australia trying to get the ball out there. Just get the impression this one's going to end 2-1. I think I can't see any more goals in this game. I feel like Australia's goal might have been their shot, you know. Is Rabiot. Now it's one of these situations where I'm just constantly refreshing Twitter. I'm constantly refreshing Twitter, trying to see like what's going on. Trying to see. Ronaldo's released that statement. Oh, here's Mbappe. Oh, it's a good tackle. Cristiano Ronaldo has officially released that statement on his Twitter account regarding Manchester United. So once again, if you haven't seen that Cristiano Ronaldo statement, he released it officially on his, I think he released it a few hours ago now, but he's just released it on his Twitter, saying, following conversations with Manchester United, we have mutually agreed to end our contract early. I love Manchester United and I love the fans. That will never ever change. However, it feels like the right time for me to seek a new challenge. I wish the team every success for the remainder of the season and for the future. So there you go. Have you seen Vincent Kompany as well? His comments on Cristiano Ronaldo. He was asked, I think he's been doing the coverage on the BBC for this France-Australia match, and he was asked if he would take Cristiano Ronaldo at Burnley. And he said, and I quote, "We need players who can run." Is Mbappe blocked? Griezmann. But yeah, I think again, people trying to link Ronaldo's interview to the Glazers looking to sell. I don't see the link, honestly. I know that people will say, oh, it's because of the pressure he put on. It's not. Oh, header. Oof. The Glazers have been looking to sell or been looking for investment in Manchester United as early as this summer. Ronaldo's comments, I think, are relevant to that aspect, in my opinion. I think, again, people looking to compare the two, I think you're making links that aren't there. Mike Keegan from the Daily Mail has reported as well that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has carried out a feasibility study on the cost to buy Manchester United as well as redevelop Old Trafford and Carrington. It was met with a flat denial by his people, who said they were purely concentrating on OSC Nice. So essentially, Jim Ratcliffe might be ruled out of this by this. Mark Riley says, our share price has gone up 17% since the Glazer selling announcement. It says it all, how they've held us down and back. Well, it must be said, we can't get too confused here. There has been no announcement that the Glazers are selling. There have been reports that the Glazers are considering it, and an announcement or statement could be met imminently. The Glazers at the moment cannot announce it because the New York Stock Exchange is still operating and running. They're not allowed to make such announcements that can affect the market share price. What they can do is leak things out to journalists who can report it, which can then inflate it, and people can purchase more shares in the company, which is what they've done. Whenever there is reports of a takeover at any organisation, the share price rockets. It doesn't matter if they've been well run or poorly run. Taking it back to my expertise, which is WWE, earlier this year, when Vince McMahon retired back in July, the share price for WWE skyrocketed. Now, the reason it skyrocketed at the time was because there were many people in the business world who thought that with such a key figure leaving the company, it was going to be therefore most likely that the company was going to be sold, with the likes of Disney, Amazon, Netflix, and other and NBC Universal and other companies that were circling at the time. So people try and buy shares of a company they believe is about to be sold. So that's really the situation when it comes to the share price lifting at Manchester United. Is it's kind of par for the course whenever there's rumours about sales, about a sale in the company. People like to get in. But of course, once we do get, as I mentioned, an update on if there is an official statement from the Glazers or from Manchester United, we'll bring it to you as soon as possible here on the channel. But still 2-1 in this game. France 2, Australia 1. 65 minutes gone. Rabiot. Upper Meccano. Tchouaméni. Rabiot once again. Pavard. Again, I think we're just going to see a lot of this for the remainder of this game, to be honest. Is Konate. Griezmann. 1-2 of Giroud. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez cuts it back. Griezmann! Off the line. Off the line by Australia. They keep their hopes alive in this match. Griezmann with the shot. Looked like it was going in, and it was cleared off the line. Here's Hernandez once again. Mbappe. Through a cross goal. Nobody there. A simple tap in if anyone was to the box. They were not. Oh, it's in. 3-1. 3-1 to France. Kylian Mbappe gets his goal at the World Cup, and his World Cup tally is officially open. His World Cup account is officially open. 4 in Russia, now 1 in Qatar. And Kylian Mbappe makes it 3-1 to France. And now it's becoming easy pickings for the world champions. I mean, in fairness, they've reacted very well to conceding early. Very, very well. Mbappe with the celebration. G's up the fans. And France's number 10 gets the 3rd goal for France. He actually puts it across goal. He starts it, puts it across the goal. Nobody's there. Dembele gets the ball in the box, and it's a great header. In off the post, bang. Great play by Dembele. Great header by Mbappe. Scores all types of goals. Good for him. I didn't see many headers by Kylian Mbappe. But the world champions' curse doesn't look to be actually happening this time, does it? So 3-1 to France. Effectively game over at this point. But Kylian Mbappe makes it 3-1. Mbappe has a smile on his face, and I'm sure all of the France fans and players do as well. And must be said, since they scored that goal, Australia, France have just dominated. Absolutely dominated. With just over 20 minutes remaining, France 3, Australia 1. As I mentioned, it's been plain sailing really for France. Ball in behind for Australia. Well, I think the one thing you would say about this France team, if you are watching it, is that you can get at them. They can concede goals. A foul. Free kick to France. Just seeing a replay of that Mbappe header. In off the post. Fantastic. Certainly is a proper player, isn't he? And of course, I forgot they had that one cleared off the line as well. Here's Mbappe once again. Skips past the player. It's just too easy. It's too easy. Too easy. Ball in. Olivier Giroud. It's 4-1. And that's all Kylian Mbappe. It's all Kylian Mbappe, that goal. It's absolutely brilliant. Giroud gets the goal, but it's all Mbappe. It's just Mbappe's world, and we're living in it. Absolutely fantastic. Superb. And Giroud becomes France's joint highest goal scorer ever. Now it's turning into a rout. (4-1) to the world champions. The Athletic have also reported now as well that the Glazer family have instructed banks to handle the sale of Manchester United. They are expected to make this decision public in a statement on Tuesday, which of course is today. So a statement could be coming shortly. So we're getting some real developing news, especially when it comes to the ownership as well at the moment. This is crazy. Yep, so The Athletic are just tweeting in the last couple of seconds. The Glazer family have instructed banks to handle the sale of Manchester United. The American owners of the Premier League club are expected to make this decision public in a statement on Tuesday. Once again, that comes from The Athletic. So this is really developing. We have to restart because Australia had too many players on the pitch. So again, just the breaking news coming out at the moment. Once again, as I just said a few minutes ago, the Glazer family have instructed banks to handle the sale of Manchester United. They're expected to make this decision public in a statement on Tuesday once again. As I mentioned, there is a video coming up shortly on the channel. There's meant to be. But in this game, it's 4-1. And what a day it's been for Manchester United fans. Cristiano Ronaldo's gone. The Glazers are selling the club. It's crazy what's going on at the moment here. This is insane. It's crazy what's going on. Again, I'm just trying to get more information on this. So apologies if there's a bit of a radio silence, as it were. As we're still trying to get the latest details regarding all of this. "75 minutes gone though. Still France 4, Australia 1. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Here's Rolls. Long ball. And goes out. There's going to be a substitution here, seemingly for France. And off comes Chouamini. Dembele comes off as well. On comes Fofana and Kingsley Coman. But 4-1 in this game, comfortable for the world champion, certainly. But 13 and a bit minutes left as France lead this by 4-1. Here's Cummings for Australia. Header. Ball's bouncing around in the air a bit. Here's Rabiot. Fofana. And Teo Hernandez. Rabiot once again. Mr. Chris says, "Oh, it looks proper bored." Well, there's been a lot going on. I'm still trying to keep... There's several spinning plates going on at the moment. Again, there's this statement that possibly is going to be coming out. There's a 4-1 in this game. Cristiano Ronaldo's left. It's difficult to kind of keep an eye on everything that's going on, realistically. Once again, yes, the statement's expected shortly. Ed Malin, who is the founder of the Athletic FC, is saying that a statement is expected imminently from Manchester United. So again, I would suggest 9 o'clock there might be this statement from the Glazers. But just to confirm, guys, by the way, I'm just checking this myself now. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe a video has just gone up on the channel. I believe it's Flex discussing Manchester United are indeed for sale, saying that the Glazers want out. Again, this is a developing news story, so if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out live now on the channel. Flex discussing that indeed the Glazers do want out of Manchester United. And it's, again, a wild story, a wild evening, so you can check that out as well. It's, again, wild what is going on at the moment. Absolutely wild. But be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Breaking. Big T says, overall good day for United fans then. I mean, I guess so. I guess. And you know what I thought as well? I really did think this. I thought with this World Cup, there wouldn't be a lot of Manchester United stuff going on. There would still be, you know, the majority of it would be World Cup stuff and what have you. And then, what's this, day 4? Day 4, we've got Ronaldo going, the Glazers going. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But indeed, yes, that is out at the moment. Flex discussing the Glazers looking to leave. It really is wild what is going on at this point of time. It really is insane. And don't you worry as well. Not only have we got Flex's video up at the moment, tomorrow morning, of course, there'll be the morning view. Myself and Mina will be discussing all of this. We'll be discussing the Cristiano Ronaldo fallout, the Glazers looking to sell. We'll have it all covered, plus plenty of World Cup coverage still on the way too. So it's wild what's happening at the moment. But of course, whilst I'm still live for the remaining 10 minutes or so, I'll continue to cover this story. Here's Kylian Mbappe though. Mbappe, ball in. Oof. Cleared away by Australia. Again, if there's any more information, we'll talk about it here. As I mentioned, guys, be sure to smash a like. Be sure to subscribe as well. What a day. If you are just joining us, it's been reported by everyone at this point, but the latest comes from The Athletic, that the Glazer family have instructed banks to handle the sale of Manchester United. They are expected to make this decision public in a statement on Tuesday. And as I mentioned, guys, Flex has posted a video on the channel discussing it. But as I mentioned, about 8 minutes to go. It's a poor touch by Mbappe, scooped up by the goalkeeper. What? Honestly, I'm still... I literally... There is so much going on at this point. The amount of tabs I've got open, the amount of screens I've got going on. Oh! In the midst of all of this, there's a World Cup match going on. It is Griezmann on the ball. And the thing is as well, again, Flex has posted the his update on the Glazer situation on the channel. That's public at this point in time. But at the same time, I don't even think that's the last development this evening. I think this is going to be constant. This isn't going to end anytime soon. Honestly, it really is. But Irvine substituted for Australia, near the 85th minute. And again, we'll keep a lookout for any potential statements from the Glazer family or from Manchester United. Again, my prediction, and this isn't me insider sources or anything like that, my prediction would be that most likely it would be at 9 p.m. because that's when the New York Stock Exchange does close. Here's Moy. 5 minutes remain in this one. And one that, of course, France did go 1-0 down, but Australia comfortably swept aside by Le Blues. Again, all the reports are saying that the an announcement or something like that is going to be happening imminently. So we are expected to see this statement or announcement at some point today. Is it Les Blues? Les Blues. Excuse me. Pardon my français. Parle un petit peu. Un petit peu. I didn't realise it was going to open up this much discussion on Les Blues. It says it's Le Blues to be bleu, to be pedantic. Now my pronunciation is terrible. Or what shall I say? Terrible. Ball in, keeper claims it. There's Moy. So the latest update when it comes to this statement, Mark Kleinman from Sky News, he was the first person to write this exclusive article about the Glazers, is saying that an announcement could come within the next hour or two. That comes from Lyle Thomas, also from Sky Sports News, reporting that. So they're saying within the next hour or two, we could get this announcement or statement from the Glazer family, which would be the biggest signal of intent since they purchased the club 17 years ago, which would be massive. Griezmann. Mbappe back to Griezmann. who are very comfortable at this point. Ball in. Why has he done that? Why have you headed out for a corner? Shocking. More substitutions for France. It wasn't A-level French, Stefan. It was GCSE French. That's what it is. Never A-level. Ugh. But a couple of substitutions for France. Olivier Giroud's coming off. Leveled up with Thierry Henry, excuse me, as the record goal scorer for France. Giroud and Pavard off. On come Thuram and Koundé. Ball in! Oh, what a save! What a save by Ryan. Oh, nearly 5 for France. Fantastic save by the Australian goalkeeper. It's a brilliant save. Here comes Moy. That's going to be an Australian, a France throw-in. It was a good save by Ryan. Really good save. It was Konate with the header and just pushes it wide. Seven minutes of stoppage time. Here's Griezmann. Ball into the box. Header. Oh. Howled by the keeper. Reminder as well, the video discussing the Glazers possibly selling Manchester United is currently up on the channel. Flex from Qatar, or Qatar, excuse me, has given his thoughts. Of course, it is still a developing story as well, so I'm sure we'll be back at some point to discuss the latest developments if and when a announcement is made regarding this. But certainly, again, I'm still trying to, still trying to figure out everything that's going on so far this evening. It's insane. Australia clear the ball. Heading into the 92nd minute. 7 minutes of stoppage time added on. Here's Rabiot. Coman. Rabiot once again. Coman spins. Mbappe. That's a corner. Oh, goal kick. Goal kick. Well, might be a corner, but it's not. It's a goal kick. But Didier Deschamps will be happy. 21 attempts, only 6 on target. But certainly France, since conceding that early goal, they reacted very well and have dominated since then. Lloris rolls it out to Konate. Rabiot on the ball. Of course, got that first goal to spark the comeback for France. And to be honest, I haven't been tested at all since Australia scored that goal. Here's Hernandez. Oof. It's a foul on a France player. Going to be a booking for Aaron Moy. Yellow card for that late challenge there. Again, Aaron Moy with the booking. As we're heading to the finale of this match, seemingly. Here's Griezmann. Rabiot. Here's Koundé. Coman. Oof. Now it's a goal kick. A very loud swear from an Australian player as well. There's Moy. Moy once again. Only 2 minutes till 9. And again, that could be the time which that announcement is made by Manchester United or the Glazers. Also, as well, I suppose, as well, what we do have to consider is it could be a bit later. It was reported it could be in an hour or two, so we'll have to wait and see. But 60 seconds remain of this one. It's a foul to Australia as we're in the final minutes of the game. But again, I still think like everyone's refreshing their feeds right now, seeing if anything comes out or if anything's being reported. As of right now, no, but certainly anything's possible. Switch to an Australian player. Here's Bajic. Yeki. And Lloris claims it. And I think that's full time. Game over. It's France 4, Australia 1. The defending world champions are off to a winning start. Thank you for joining me, folks. I'm out of here because I've got to now find out some information on the Glazers. So we might be back later on this evening. Kelly James with the Super Chat says, we're back, world. Get excited. So there you go. We could be back shortly. Keep an eye out on the channel. Of course, Flex has given his reaction to the news about the Glazers. That's up live now, so be sure to check that out. I'm out of here. I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Peace.